I'm stuck, got me half one blunt, it's up, cops want me on the run, but I lock the door inside, yeah. And I get. Are we live? Are we live? What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all get y'all water in. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Canna Brothers Podcast. Let's get the other host in here. Then we're going to go live with Mama Kush. Mama Kush. Mama Kush, Mama Kush, Mama Kush. Except, it's working lovely today, isn't it? All right, we got to get Mama Kush in here. Are you here? Are you here? Accept. Go live. Bro, I accepted it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It always does this for some reason. I'm going to invite again. Marv, if you're there, come again. We have to get Mama Kush. Hold on, we about to get her. Are you there, bro? All right, let me get Miss Mama in here. Invite sent. Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you too. I sent Miss Mama Kush. Y'all make sure y'all follow Mama Kush. We got Mama Kush. All right, I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You gotta follow all the homies. She's definitely a follow. Very, very passionate in her grow.
I sent her an invite. It says sent. If not, we just gotta wait.
Give me a time to roll up. A little bit of time to roll up.
Yeah, man. How have you been doing?
Good, man. I just finished watering all these girls, and I was outside, I was inside. Today it seemed like everything needed to be watered, clones, and so spinning around.
Yesterday I planted some of Defiant seeds. I'm so excited about that. What?
Yes, sir. So, let me definitely keep us in tune with those.
You got the dopest name I've ever seen, Mr. Ganix. And it took me a while. I thought it was like Ganix, but it's Organics. That's hard.
420 Organics, what's up? Candy,
what's up, y'all?
What's going on, Candy?
Salute. Oh.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the HGTC for sure.
Oh, I cannot wait to interview all you guys. You guys are like the cannabis Voltron, and you don't even know it. You must be giving your flowers while you're alive in here. Salute right now. Must be high. Can we smoke? I don't know. We gotta find this. Oh, we gotta send her another invite. Invite to join. I sent her another one. Mama, she's here. Yes.
We're having some. There we go.
Hello.
Happy hump day.
Today has arrived.
Finally, it just seems like forever. We've been planning this. Hi, Candy. Hi.
How are you today?
How are you?
Fabulous.
You look magnificent. It's great to have you. Yes, ma'am.
My hair did.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna be on camera. I better do something with this.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Hi.
How's the family? How's Papa Kush?
Fabulous. We survived the wildfires. We were evacuated for over a week. Yeah, it's pretty scary driving away and not knowing if you're going to see your home again. And it's like surrounded by fire. It's like, it was pretty nerve-wracking, but everything's still standing. Everything's still good. We're back home again. We're all good.
That's good. Thank God. That's serious stuff. I'm glad to see you safe.
I'm definitely praying for the wildfires and everything going on over there.
It got pretty scary. We had two fires that converged into one, and we had both of them on either side of us.
Is this like is this out there in the West Coast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm in BC, Canada. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
So how are they battling these things? How long have they been raging?
This one's been going on actually since the end of June. And they had it controlled. They said controlled, and then they did a controlled burn. They were cleaning up some brush or whatever, but they did it on the windiest day. And that's it. Within, what did they say? Within an hour, it traveled 20 kilometers, which is
goodness.
Like, it jumped the freeway. It shut down the towns. Like it was.
It was destroying? Is it destroying infrastructure?
Oh yeah. And an entire town is gone. Entire town is gone.
Oh my God.
All that's left is like standing the sign for the fire department. So I don't know what they made that terrible. Sign out of.
Sorry, sorry you guys are going through that.
Yeah.
Y'all stay strong.
So we're on the tail end of it now, so we're all good. We're still standing. So
that's scary stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There are so many questions that we would like to ask you. Like, you're probably one of the larger female cannabis growers, like social media juggernauts, if you want to put on here. And I've been following you for a very, very long time. And there's so many. How do you cope with being so? There's not that many women in cannabis, is what I'm trying to get at. How do you feel about being?
It's a definite different ball of wax. I know when I speak with organics, I'm like, how many marriage proposals do you get today? And he's like, none. And I'm like, oh, really? Because I get a few. So there's that. Usually if I do a selfie, I'll get a marriage proposal guaranteed.
Right.
So,
Papa Kush.
There's that. Yeah, I'm already taken, fellas. Sorry.
Yeah.
But so there's that aspect of it, because they assume that you're a female, and if you show your face, then you must be out for something. I don't know what I'm out for other than showing off my plants, but this is So there's that aspect of it, and I think that I haven't run into a lot of issues with being a woman grower other than being taken seriously. I have a lot of people that they'll ask me a question kind of to test me, to see if I know the answer. Yeah. Is she smart enough? And then if I answer it correctly, then they'll continue talking to me. And I'm like, oh, you're done.
That's right.
Don't test me.
You're very knowledgeable.
Question, I'll give you my opinion. So there is a few differences, being a female on Instagram than I think males have, but I mean, that's just the way it is.
I'm glad you're not one of those. I'm glad you were very respectable.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Mama Kush. How did you first get into growing cannabis?
We must know. We must know.
I started growing about 5 years, just before it came legal in Canada, because we're federally legal here, so anybody can grow 4 plants legally.
That's awesome.
But I had my medical license, and so I could grow before it became federally legal, and I was still legal. There was nothing, I just had my medical license, and so I just started growing. I didn't grow anything at all. Like any house plant that I had, like it had to be a cactus, or it isn't surviving in my house. I had a black thumb. I do not have a green thumb at all.
Oh, wow.
Everything I've learned the hard way and trial and error. None of this comes naturally to me, like, at all. I had to learn. So I'm the type of person, though, if I jump into something, I go head first. I'll dive into it. Like, I want to know how those microbes are making the soil, and I want to get like right in there.
Right. I'm with you on that one too. Yep, I have that same passion for understanding things.
It easily became an obsession. It didn't take long to become an obsession. So.
Absolutely. So you do prefer growing in soil?
Yes.
You like growing in soil rather than hydro or anything?
Yes. I've tried aeroponics for cloning and stuff, which works amazing. I haven't tried DWC or anything like that. It just, to me, I don't want to be a scientist. I don't want to have to know as much as I want to know what the nutrients are doing, I don't want to have to tell my plants, you're going to eat this today.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather give them a buffet of nutrients and say, okay, you pick what you would like to eat today. I'll give you everything you need. You pick what you would like to choose today.
Right.
You make it very fun.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. There may
this
be,
is right. Because I definitely am a big believer of different strokes for different folks. You know what
yep,
I mean? Because my environment is totally different than yours, so I might not need exactly what you are using. You know what I mean? But I would like to know in case I, ever come across or being in that position where this might not be my real room forever. You know what I mean? Because I
exactly.
had to switch from the room over there to over here, and it's all it's like relearning every time. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
So do you,
Mama, so you grown in a 4x4 by 6
Yeah.
by 5?
Um, yes. That was a lot of math there. I don't do math. That's my rule. I don't
oh,
do
I
math.
know it. Oh, I know. Right. I hate
But
it.
yes, I am in a 4x4 Spider Farmer tent, and I think it's like 6.5 feet tall. I think, yeah, I think that's right. With a SF4000 light. Oh my God, that's a beast of a light. I love it.
I
Oh,
see it.
yeah,
How do you feel about? I see you like Spider Farmer.
yeah.
It's very intense, isn't it? How
They
do you go from
they're
seedling
fabulous.
to all the way through flower to it?
Yeah, I have been. Yes. I just downgraded actually. I did have a flower room, so I had like a veg tent and I had a seedling tent and a veg tent and then a bloom
Mm-hmm.
room. And like I had the whole thing going. And then with all this thing going over with the summer, I took everything down. I'm like, okay, let's just start small again. Let's bring it back down to the basics. So right now I'm going from seedling to flower in the Spider Farmer tent in the
Oh,
SF
sweet.
4000 because I want to see what it can do.
Oh,
And I've already done the SF1000. I took that in the 2x2 tent,
yeah,
took that right to flower and filled it wall to wall with colas. It was beautiful. It was probably
gorgeous.
one of my favorite grows because it was I had 4 or 5 gallon pots in a 2x2
Yeah.
and it was just wall to wall colas. Like they were
Oh,
just like falling over and
what?
holding each other up and balance. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Every time I open the door, they'd fall out. I'm like, oh, this
Oh,
is fabulous.
all that weight. That's awesome. Do you prefer to grow auto flowers or phenos? Photo periods.
I photo periods are my preference.
Oh,
I have a little bit of experience with auto flowers, and I just planted 8 more, so I'm gonna give it another go. But yeah, I tried doing some autoflowers outdoor this year, but my dear grandson thought better of it and attacked my pots outside and knocked them over about 3 or 4 different times. Big
oh,
10-gallon pots. I had them all ready to go, and he was out to just murder them this year. And the poor autoflower triggered when it was this big. It was just tiny. So I got the tiniest bud because it was so stressed out. It kept getting knocked
yeah.
over and thrown around, and then the birds came and ate all the worms, and right. So it's
Oh
not been having a good
man.
life. So that one I'm not showing too much because it's a little bit a little embarrassing, that one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I just planted a bunch of seeds, 420 fast buds, 420 fast buds autoflowers, the Gorilla Skittles. Just planted 8 of them.
Ooh.
I'm very excited about
No.
that one.
I will be watching and following for those. I love to see
Mm,
that. You do giveaways too, Miss Mama
pardon me?
Kush. You do giveaways too. Can you tell me a little bit about your giveaways?
Oh yes, we're doing a giveaway right now actually with Hygrozyme, an amazing starter package. You get 3 of their bottles of the Hygrozyme, the HygroShield, the HygroBen, and then the High Cleanup. 3 or 4 bottles, I can't remember. A
Mm.
shirt and a hat. And
Oh
it's running
yes.
for all of September, so anybody can enter. It's so easy to enter too. Just go on my page. You can enter in there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we
I
did the
had to
Spider
throw
Farmer
that in
one
there.
not too long ago, and a couple of good homies won those ones. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, man. I had to throw that in there and get it in there.
Shout
Oh,
outs to Hydrozyme.
yeah.
Shout outs to them.
yeah,
They
that's
Yep.
are
pretty good.
amazing. They are so good to this community. They are so supportive to the community. If you want samples, they'll even just send them a DM.
Believe
They'll
it,
be more than happy to
believe it
send you
or
some
not,
samples.
we're
Oh wow. It's pretty cool.
we might have her on the show.
Leanne?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's wonderful.
We want her to explain to us about the product that we see you guys working with, getting good results with. Maybe our viewers and our need to know about it. This and that.
She came on to our home grow show, and we sat down with her for an hour and a bit and just went over the different products and what they do, and she's fabulous to talk to. So you guys will have a lot of fun with her.
I got a question. All right, so you're part of this. You're part of the HGTC team, right? Yep. Am I right? Now I've been on, some lives and watched some lives. Seems like a pretty cool group to be a part of, but we're gonna have them on our show next week. We'll have Mr. Gannix and
Candy.
And Candy. Yeah, we're gonna have Candy. And that's going to be fun. But can you tell us a little? I don't know if we're going to be asking the same questions, but can you tell us a little bit about HGTC and exactly what it stands for?
Yeah, it's Home Grow for the Community, and it's just like-minded growers that wanted to have a safe place for people to land. If you have questions, you can email anybody in the community. They do a weekly Grow Me of the Week to celebrate different growers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like that. That is really a good thing for the community. I love it.
Instagram doesn't push our stuff. We have to push our stuff for us. Yeah. We have to tell people that we have our stuff out there and to share it, because Instagram's not doing it. I haven't been able to be shown to new followers in a year and a half.
Right. So it's not just you. They do that this page too. I'm like, I mentioned it to Marv. I'm like, I don't. What am I showing? That we're just showing clips of us talking. Is it? They're like your bio doesn't fit out. I'm like, I can't even say. You can't even say Canna.
Nope, you can't.
I never knew that. I understand. I see that now. And that's.
Oh, they've been mad at my bio since the day I started. I'm like, you gave it to me. You let me choose it. Why are you mad at me?
It's a diary, I understand. And also, one thing I noticed about your page is very useful. I mean, it's very useful. You specialize in all the best tricks and garden hacks. Can you explain? Can you explain to us like how much you enjoy that?
Oh, absolutely. Any tips or tricks that I can find that just come across, whether it be in the cannabis community, in the plant community, in just the world. If I find a good trick that I can play in the garden, I'm doing it. I'm going to see if it's going to work, right? Because, hey, it might save me some time or, some frustration. And if it works for me, well, it might work for somebody else, right? So share it. Like, I just, not too long ago, I shared my bong cleaning hack. So if you don't have the alcohol, because remember, alcohol was so
hard to find
for the last couple of years, right? Dishwasher tab. You just break that.
I didn't know that.
Pop it in there, some hot water, let it soak, give it a shake, boom, clean as day.
I gotta try that.
Oh, it's.
I hope my wife hears that.
The best one actually I found is the Kirkland brand, the Costco brand Tide tabs, the dishwasher tabs. They're just like a little plastic. You just rip them open, pop them in there. It's perfect. Get a big bucket of them for like $12. Oh yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's a great hack. That's definitely something I didn't know about. That I will definitely be using that.
Yeah, you don't want to be smoking out of a dirty bong. That's some gross stuff in there.
I've been there. We've been there.
Oh, everybody has. Everybody smoked a fly. Come on. Well, what's that in there?
Yeah, I'll clean it out and probably re-smoke it again. One of my younger days. Do you prefer indoor or outdoor? Have you tried outdoor?
Yeah, I have done outdoor. I'm going to say indoor because my outdoor has not been successful this year. Like I said, I have a little tornado of a grandson that he was out to murder all my plants this year. And last year I had a fabulous year. I live on a lake and I used the lake water. So I did all my reels. I would like walk down to the lake and get my water with my bucket and come up and water my plants and stuff. So I had a fabulous grow last year, but he didn't walk then. He was still a baby.
I know. I have a toddler too. They love that dirt and they'll eat it, and it's just a whole mess.
Oh, well,
It's funny though.
He just wanted to knock it over and just watch everybody scream and yell and go, no! He thought it was hilarious. And then he'd run away laughing.
Well, yeah. What inspires you every day to create content? 'Cause you are a very outgoing, bubbly personality. Like, I really love watching your content. It's amazing, and it makes me. It's something that makes me laugh when I watch it. I'll definitely follow and subscribe to everything you did, which I've done. So what makes you inspired? And so you're such a nice person, you know, and it's genuine.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Some days it's harder than others. You know, some days I got to really dig deep and. Yeah. You know, and sometimes it's just the music. You know, I'll find a piece of music, and then I'm like, okay, I've got the perfect reel. Or, you know, you just find inspiration wherever you can. Sometimes I'm on a roll, and I'll just be like, this is hilarious. And then I go find something else. I'm like, this is hilarious. And then I'll make like a whole bunch of these, and then I'm like, okay, I can't show them all at once. Right? Like, I'm going to annoy people if I just put out like 12 reels at once. Then I got to, okay, Mama, you got to calm down. Okay. Settle down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you got to really dig deep. But, you know, knowing that I have such an amazing community out there that I can reach out to anybody at any point and just give me a little laugh or an upbeat, you know, I can just say, hey, give me something to laugh about today. You know, something, you know. Like the cannabis community is absolutely amazing for that. It really blows me away.
Yeah.
Like the magic smoke.
The magic smoke, yes.
I love it. Listen, that's very creative. You know, that really is creativity is what wins. You know?
That was an edibles gone wild. I always laugh every time I'm on edibles. I always come up with these like wackadoo real ideas, and then I'll like bounce them off my friends. I'm like, hey, Ganix, you want to do this with me? And he's like, yes.
We need more people like that.
Yeah, then we'll just start bouncing shit off of each other, and eventually we're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Sorry,
hey, so I got a question. Do you have any advice for new female growers who are thinking about growing?
Let's pick your mind.
And also, we just want to know, is there anything that they should know before they enter this community?
First thing I would say is just be careful. Careful what information you put out there. You never know who's watching and who can twist it. So just be aware that whatever you're putting out there can be replicated or stolen or what have you. So for any female thinking that, you know, lifting the shirt's gonna get them more views in this community, it's probably not.
Like, I know I'm not here.
How many people? Yeah, I don't know how many people have said to me, "Thank you. You're not showing your tits and doing all of this stuff. You're just growing. You know, like." So yeah, if there's women that, you know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But just know that this community is probably not going to be behind you as much as you think if that's the way you're going to go, right? There's a whole different community for you, you know?
Yes. Go to OnlyFans. Like, when I'm here to watch weed and stuff, I'm really not here for that. You know, like, I'm really, and it takes away from it. It really does. It takes away from the actual beauty of the plant when you're in a picture, in a photo. And even as a man, I'm not gonna lie, I like looking at women, but not. You know what I'm talking about. I know your husband knows women. It's just time and a place for it. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. So keep it classy.
Yeah. We appreciate you for that. Seriously.
Right.
Thank
yes.
you.
Just keep the grow. Let the grow. And let, you know, basically
let the grow speak for itself.
Speak for itself.
If you have questions, reach out. You know, there's so many people that are willing to help. Yeah. You know, if anybody new is starting, just know, if you have questions, just get started.
Yeah.
We'll help you. We'll help you along the way. Just get started.
Yeah.
you know?
Do you think they do, the women that do that, do you think they do that by choice, or is it like they think that'll work? Have they seen it work? Has it worked?
I don't know. I think it's probably a little bit of both. Probably a
Yeah.
little bit of both because there is a market for that, right? So, but we're
But,
lucky in this community. We don't have too many of that, and if they do show up, they don't
right.
last for very long, right?
Pretty much, yeah, real, pretty much recognized real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In this community, pretty much. I realize
Yeah.
we don't want
And
any
that goes for male or
fake,
female. If you're an
any
ass, we're gonna let you know. Like,
yeah, right.
you know.
I haven't
But this
met
is
any.
what's so
I've met
wonderful.
good people. You met a
Exactly.
couple?
This plant has brought together so many cool people. The
Yeah.
asshole part of it, it's not even on my radar because it doesn't even happen. And when it does, it's hilarious. You know?
Is
Yeah.
there Bud, am I right when I'm Bud One? Am I saying that right? Bud One? On one of your sponsors, is that,
Oh,
was that a
Bud
project?
Trainer. Bud Trainer.
Right.
The clip.
Bud Trainer. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about that, because I see you. I basically probably seen you the first one using them, and then
Yeah.
I started seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, they're fabulous. Fabulous.
I haven't used them.
He's got an H from Bud Trainer. He has an engineering degree, and he's used that in the formation of these clips. And actually, I don't think I have any close by. No, I usually have them scattered all over my grow. But the clips are fabulous. They are very gentle and they're very smooth. Some of the ones that I've seen have kind of rough edges and gears and stuff that move. This has got a nice little arc that you can just pop your leaves in or pop the stem in, and it holds it in place. And it's really cool afterwards. I got the juice that I'm growing. I made like a little stairway. So I did a couple. So I did one at the bottom and then one at the top, and then kind of brought the main stem out. So the bottom of it's like a little stairway. It's pretty cool looking. But yeah, they're fabulous. And their grow pots, the best fabric grow pots I have used, hands down. And I haven't used a lot, I'll give you that, but they are fabulous. They got like a metal ring around the outside, so they stand up, so you can fill them. They don't flop over. And you can take them out. I've had them outside in the weather and the smoke and everything with the wildfires and stuff. They're perfect, look perfect. They don't even look dirty. Yeah.
I got to check some of them out. I'm learning about
they're
some of
fabulous.
Find that in your bio, right? Am I right?
Yep. Budtrainer.com or budtrainer.ca. It's a Canadian company, but they sell to both. And then you can save 10% with the code MAMA on anything on their site.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
ma'am.
fabulous. Yeah.
I gotta go.
I love all the new things that making growing easy, and for people who need more, more yield in smaller areas. It seems like this community just is working together to just make our growing easy, and
Exactly.
I kind of see the hate on the outside. I kind of see the hate. I'm not going to say any names, but they don't want us to really, be growing and be happy growing and not have to be dependent on, the stores and what they're using to put in the plants. I'm in control. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's why I love organics so much. Is that I'm learning like with just reading about like KNF and JLF and all these different techniques and stuff. You can actually be quite self-sufficient. All you need is a seed to start and some dirt, and you don't need the bottles. You don't need all of this stuff. This plant's been growing on its own for a long time.
Yeah,
right.
But marketing has changed changed our mind, saying that that's the only way we can feed is with these bottles, right? So it's nice that organic is kind of coming back a little bit and making a little bit of noise in the community.
We need it.
Yeah, and I feel more comfortable for some reason,
It's like
comfortable
when you're eating something.
when I'm presenting my product or presenting it to people who I'm around. I just feel so proud to say how I grew it.
Exactly. And you know what all the ingredients are that you're putting into it. You can read it all. It's not this methyl hydrate stuff, that you can't pronounce.
Right.
So It's
And most of that
good
stuff is
stuff.
plant.
Exactly.
I do.
Yeah,
So you are a big fan of organics.
I am. Yes, I've grown organics since my second run. My first run, I did general hydroponics, the little 3-part system, because that's what I was
Yeah,
told you were supposed to start with. And then I found Gaia Green after that. And my
yeah.
second run, I've been Gaia Green ever since.
That's some beautiful stuff.
Oh,
That's
I
some
thank
just,
you.
I
beautiful.
mean, I was using synthetics, and I just was seeing, I was kind of seemed like I was turning into a scientist almost. Like I had to
Yeah.
be, I was getting scientific with everything, and
Yeah. I ain't got
I'm
time
not,
for that.
I'm not a scientist, you know. I'm just not a
I'm too
scientist, you
lazy to
know.
be a scientist. I don't have time
Right.
for
Right,
that.
Yeah. I
Here's
try to
the
find
seed,
what
eat
works for
it.
them. Yeah.
right. The dirt to me makes more sense.
Right?
Things that I'm putting in the soil makes more sense,
Yeah,
and I can understand things better when it makes more sense
Yeah.
than
exactly.
I
you
love
know.
dirt. I find water, I find hydroponics fascinating as well, but there's just something about the smell of the earth when it fills the room, like when you pop open a fresh bag,
Right.
and then if you want to cut it with some cocoa, if you want, I'm just saying, and it's just the smell, the feel,
Well,
and it's just so earthy.
there's studies that have shown that those microbes that you just get your hand in there and it
Yeah.
helps with your serotonin levels and it boosts up the dopamine levels and you actually get a
Mhm.
chemical
I
reaction
can feel it.
that's good. Yeah, so if you're tired or you just don't want to get up and go into the garden, do it anyway. Stick your hand in some soil and stick your head under the light.
Yes,
You'll be golden.
it feels good.
You'll be
You can actually
recharged like
feel it.
that.
Hmm. I love it. There's no other way I would want to grow.
You
Just
you could tell that I grow in the winter. We don't have much sunlight here in the winter, so it's
love growing in the winter.
I love just hanging out with my plants. And I
Yeah,
just I just like pretend it's sunshine and pretend I'm somewhere tropical.
because it feels
Yeah,
that way. It's still awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, no worries over here. You know, I got the girls. I got the plants over here and everything. Trying to
I
get
want to
some
get a
sun.
yard.
Yeah, it's amazing how they can how can actually change your physiology. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
So we're gonna get a habit on asking our co-hosts
yeah,
what do you prefer, indica or sativa?
In,
yeah.
indica, into couch all day long.
Yeah.
All day.
I'm the same way. We're the same way. Team Indica.
I have anxiety, so sativas give
Me
me that
too.
little too much. It's like, no, that's what I'm trying to fight. So,
I
For
smoke
sure,
sativa.
for sure.
They get you up and they just get you like,
I'm definitely an indica. You know, I like gassy things. I like, you know, smells. You know, I just like that
yeah,
punch. You know, gas and that indica.
okay.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Look, I grew up on BC buds, so a good skunk. Oh, you
We
know,
got some.
yeah, we've had some real skunks in our neighborhood last year, and I kept on going. Somebody's burning out here, man. Because he was far away, and then I realized, no, it was a real skunk as he got closer.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So if you, prefer, how do I word this? Do you like to go from seed, or would you rather? Have you ever done from cloning? And whichever one is easier for you, would you prefer
Well,
from seed?
I've I've actually done both. I've actually been running the same genetics for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my dosey dope my dose some of the moms didn't survive the evacuation
Oh,
when we were out of the house. Yeah, so actually half my garden left
no,
died while
no,
I was gone.
no, no.
Anything in a big pot survived. Anything in a small pot didn't. Um,
That's
so
traumatic.
so I lost my dosey do, that was heartbreaking because that one was my most hated one to grow. I hated growing it. I love smoking her. She is
Oh,
so good.
fire.
She had these little popcorn nugs. Like no matter what I did, I just could not get big nugs off of her. It just wasn't in her DNA. And
Yeah.
but oh man, the fire that came off of her was
Those seeds
wonderful.
don't, huh?
Yeah, so I did find the seed from the same breeder. So I got one seed left. So I think I'm going to wait a bit. I'm going to think about it, but I think I might try and pop it. But it's not going to be the same pheno as what I've had for 5 years.
Oh,
Because I was cloning a clone from a clone from a clone, and then I was able to hold a mother tent for a little while.
yeah.
So that made life real easy. It was just like, all right, I need 6 of you, 4 of you. All right, I want more of you.
Mothers are a
That was nice.
lifesaver.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
So
nice.
that would, you would consider that your favorite cultivar to grow, or
That was my most hated one to grow. That was my favorite one to smoke, though. My favorite one to grow has been Jorge Diamonds, and that one is Jorge Cervantes. I don't know if you
Yes, I
know
know
who he
him.
is.
Of course we know him.
He's kind of a legend. It's his
Yeah.
strain, and I was able to get a cut of it because he had his strain. I think it was Dutch Passion, I believe, if I remember correctly, and then I was able to get a cut off of a seed from that, and then I've been running that for 5 years. So that's been, and we actually got to talk with Jorge Cervantes last year. Was it last year or the year before? Last year, I think. And yeah, it was last year. And so it was kind of cool. I was actually smoking his strain while I was talking to him, holding up his book. So it was kind of, yeah, it was pretty wild. So that one's my favorite one to grow because no matter what I do to that one, she prays to the sun god. Those leaves are up or happy. No matter what I do to her, she's happy.
Strong genetics.
Yep. Yep. That's
have you got into trying to create your own seeds or anything of that nature?
No.
Oh, they would. No.
I'll leave that to the professionals. I'll leave that to the professionals.
I'm just trying to see how far you've gotten into this, basically.
I'll say never. I'll say I'll never try it because you know, 10 years down the road, I might get the bug, right?
Yeah.
So, but as of right now, no, I'll leave that to the.
I can see a Mamakush strain out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
that'd be sweet.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I will work on it, man. You know, Mamakush.
There we go. Any breeders out there? Let's do something.
I'm on to something, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
So what can we expect from? What else are we expecting from you in the future with Mamakush?
Oh, we've got some big stuff coming. Like I said, I just planted 8 auto flowers from 420 fast bud. So I'm going to be really giving auto because I've done auto flowers here and there. So this is I'm going to have a run. I'm going to do a full run of auto flowers. So that's pretty. The Gorilla Skittles. That's pretty exciting. And then I have some mutants that I'm dropping because I was running them before, but again, with the evacuation, they didn't survive. So I'm going to be dropping those tomorrow. So seeds tomorrow. So I got a duck foot coming from Terpes Genetics. So that's pretty exciting. So that's like the leaves, they look like a duck foot.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about that. It's going to be pretty cute, it's called Donald Duck, or Fast Donald. Fast Donald, that's what it's called, Fast Donald.
They're doing crazy.
Yeah, so that's
that seems to be something that seems to be one of my difficulties is trying to figure out my next grow or move once you start having so many ideas. How do you crack it down to something, you know, what you're going to grow?
It's hard. It really is because I have so many people that want to send me testers and whatnot, and it's like I can't test. Like if it's not feminized and ready to go, I don't have time right now. You know, maybe in the winter when I'm bored, there might be more time, but it's summer at the lake. I don't have time for that right now.
It takes a lot of time to kind of sex a lot of seeds.
Exactly.
So I have a question for you. I really have a question for you because it seems that most autoflowers grow really short. Now I'm growing some stuff, strawberry glues. Can someone tell me why these things are like as tall as me? And I say like I ask that because if I feel like if I were to low stress them, they would stunt. I thought you're not supposed to touch an autoflower, so I grew 4 of these things. These things are like huge. Is there something? Is it what? What did you do?
I think it's plants over the years, they were bred to be low because they were bred with the low riders for so long to keep them on the down low, so you can guerrilla grow them out in the bush and stuff like that, because you didn't have to put, you know, all the lighting and make everything was perfect, right? So I think a lot of the lowrider lineage is stuck in these genes. So many, like down, you don't even know, like you would probably have to get like a DNA test on it, on the leaf or something, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then you've got these other ones that are maybe newer and don't have that gene in their DNA that can,
right.
You know,
that sounds about right.
So,
you know,
I could, yeah.
Or if you have a 3-year-old that beats the shit out of your pots, they only get this big.
Right. Well, some people want autos because they're small. I mean, and fast growing. And then you get a plant, you have to deal with a whole tree. You know, some of them. You know,
and there's nothing worse than thinking if you have an autoflower and you're vegging it and 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 vegging it. Vegging it, and you're like, what is going on? Because it can happen. A photoperiod can slip into there, just in their genes. It just didn't get that autoflower triggered. You know, its brothers and sisters, they're all popping off, and this one's like, nope. You gotta pop it into 12-12, and then it'll kick off and do its thing, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So,
nature's wonderful.
Is there anything you would like to plug in, Miss Mamakush420? Please follow this lovely woman. Papa Kush, salute. Salute to the little guy that's terrorizing your pots. We can relate. Okay.
Hey, I think she would probably want everybody to know to get your hands dirty and grow something.
Yeah. That's right. Get your hands dirty and grow something. Get in there. I usually leave with a nail or two.
And you're awesome because I know how girls are with their nails, but some, like my wife's awesome in her own way. I love you. But to get her hands in there, that's something I like to see. I've yet to see it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty dope.
Wild. I'm a city girl. I didn't do dirt and bugs and worms and stuff like that. I mean, Vermabeck, I saw him in the chat here. He introduced me to, Andrew introduced me to worms. And, you know, so now I will not touch a worm. I will not touch a worm, but I'm getting close. I am still a girl.
That's how
that's fine. Yeah. And that's fine, right?
Okay. I can dig it. I can respect it. Oh,
I had a little tree frog that decided to jump in and move into my little worm bin this summer, so that was fun. We named him Steve. And every time I would open up my worm bin, Steve was there just hanging out. I'm like, he's eating all my worms.
Steve.
Steve the tree frog.
That's cool. You gotta post him more. Say what's up to Steve.
He's gone now. He disappeared. He hung out for a bit. I think he got good and fat, and couldn't get his way back in the garage again. He got out and couldn't get back in.
Love it. So, guys, I think are we clear to wrap it up? Mama Kush, listen, thank you. Praise be to the mama.
Thank you so much. And I do actually want to do another quick little shout out. So, Home Grow the Community, they have a special September 11th. It's Candy's birthday, and it's a big giveaway. So, so you have to be live. You have to be live in the chat to win. So you need to like be in there and like just hang out, just know the answers, just listen. The questions aren't hard, but she doesn't smoke and the rest of us do. So the questions can get a little tricky. She remembers more than we do. So September 11th for her birthday, it's a special Home Grow the Community giveaway.
Awesome.
We definitely will take this clip and we definitely will make some happen with it for you.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
You are put magic smoke on it.
Yeah. You are our first female guest. Thank you so much for stopping through, Mama.
Thank you.
We
so
appreciate you. We follow you. Salute, Mom. Everything you do. Appreciate it, and we love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm stuck, got me half one blunt, it's up, cops want me on the run, but I locked the door inside.